Ever struggled with messy Excel data and wished you could clean it up and generate a dashboard with one click? In this video I will walk you through an end-to-end Excel VBA automation, from cleaning inconsistent rows and trimming text to generate a full dashboard that summarizes your data by file source and monthly sales. You'll learn how to use dictionaries, loop through rows efficiently, and format your output like a pro, all without writing repetitive formulas. Stick around, this script will save you hours every month. And make sure to watch the full automation series here on my YouTube channel. Hi, welcome to this part 3 of a full series about VBA, where we're gonna take a look at how you can automate your task in your job or in your business, from data importing and merging files, which we've been seeing in part 1 and part 2. Just a quick recap what we did in part 2. We imported the data from the same folder into the master. Like this. And now in part 3 we're gonna develop a mini dashboard, and then we're gonna take a look at some charts and make it visual looking good in the next video. Very excited for this, and we're gonna use VBA for this. So let's get started creating the dashboard. All F11. Here we have the import workbook. Here we have the workbook. Here we have the import workbooks to master. So we're gonna need a new module here. And since this is a longer code, we're gonna break it up in parts. So we're gonna write sub clean data and generate dashboard. Then we're gonna dim our variables here. Dim WS data as worksheet. WS dash as worksheet. We're gonna dim last row as long, I as long. Then we're gonna dim header cell as range and cell as range. Then we're gonna dim source dict as object, month dict as object. And we're gonna dim src as string and tx month as string. Then we're gonna dim revenue as double and units as double. Then we're gonna dim revenue call as long and units call as long and date call as long. Then we're gonna dim dash row as long. And then let's set application screen updating equal false as a way to make the VBA code run faster. And then we're gonna set a reference to master sheet set reference to master sheet. I'm going to use set WS data equal this workbook dot sheets and use the master. That's our data sheet. Then we're gonna clean master sheet. So we're gonna use last row equal WS data dot cells WS data dot rows dot count comma a dot end Excel up dot row. For I equal last row to 2 step -1 if application dot worksheet function dot count a WS data dot rows I equals 0, then WS data dot rows I dot delete, end if. Next I. Okay, let's move on. Let's correct this. It's WS data, not dot data, and we can remove the D and make a small d to see if it recognizes it, and it does. Moving on. For each cell in WS data dot used range, if VRA type cell dot value equal VB string, then cell dot value equal trim cell dot value, and if next cell. For each header cell in WS data dot range A1 to I1 header cell dot value equal application dot worksheet function dot proper header cell dot value next header cell. For I equal 2 to WS data dot cells WS data dot rows dot count comma b dot end Alex up dot row. If is state WS data dot cells I comma 2 dot value, then WS data dot cells I comma 2 dot number format equal month slash day slash year, end if. Next I, and then we need to create a clear dashboard sheet. We're going to start with an error handling here. Let's write the title here: create or clear dashboard sheet. On error, resume next, set WS dash equal this workbook dot sheets dashboard. If WS dash is nothing, then set WS dash equal this workbook dot sheets dot add after colon equal WS data. So we're gonna add a new sheet next to the data sheet if it doesn't exist already. Then WS dash dot name equal dashboard. Renaming the new sheet we just created to dashboard. Else WS dash dot cells equal clear. Here we're clearing the existing dashboard if it exists already. And then end if. On error, go to 0. Let's just change this to a capital A. That's very important. VBA is sometimes sensitive about small and big letters. Moving on. Now we're going to write part 1. Count by source file. So count how many we have from each source file. Let's make some extra space here. And then we're going to do a set source dict equal create object and use scripting dictionary. Then we're going to do a last row equal ws data dot cells ws data dot rows dot count I dot index up dot row for I 2 to last row src equal ws data dot cells I comma 9 used in 9th column dot value if source dict exists src then source dict src equal source dict src plus 1 else source dict at src comma 1 end if next I. Now we're going to use a with and use the data dashboard and use the dashboard to set some text and counts for the mini dashboard we are creating. So now you're going to learn how to use a with statement. So with ws dash dot range a1 dot value equal Excel VBA dashboard. That's the name of our dashboard. And then we're going to do a dot range a1 dot font dot size 16 and do a dot range a1 font dot bold equal true. So you see what I'm doing here, we're using the ws dash. Instead of writing it all the time, we're just referencing it with dot range a3 dot value equal total records and do a dot range b3 dot value equal last row minus 1. That's how we know how many records there are in total, and we're going to subtract minus 1 because we have the header in the first row. Then we're going to do a dot range a5 dot value equal records by source file. Dot range a5 dot font dot bold equal true. Yeah, let's copy this to make it go a little bit faster. In A6, we will write file name dot range B6 dot value equal count dot range A6 to B6 dot font dot bold equal true dash row equals 7 dim key for each key in source dict dot keys dot cells dash row comma 1 dot value key. Copy paste this because this is the second column. Dot value equal source dict key dash row equal dash row plus 1 next key, and now we're gonna end the width. So this is basically what we're doing, everything within the dashboard sheet. All right, we are almost done. We need to write part 2 now, the monthly summary on the dashboard. Consider subscribing if you find this video valuable, and feel free to check out my other videos here on my YouTube channel or on Instagram and TikTok. I post multiple times a week on all these 3 platforms. And let me know in the comment section if you have some topics, some builds or tutorials you want to see coming on this channel. Moving on, part 2. Monthly summary. Set month dict equal create object scripting dot dictionary date call equal 1, the date column, units call equal 6, and revenue call equal 8. Then we're gonna do a for I equal 2 to ws data dot cells ws data dot rows dot count comma date call dot end Excel up dot row if is date ws data dot cells I comma date call dot value, then tx month equal format ws data dot cells I comma date call dot value comma mmm revenue equal ws data dot cells I revenue call dot value units equal ws data dot cells I comma units call dot value, if not month dict dot exist tx month, then month dict dot add tx month comma array revenue comma units, else month dict tx month 0 equal month dict tx month 0 plus revenue. Let's just copy paste this line because we're gonna need it to check in 1 and in 1 here. End if and end if. Next I. And we need to change this also because we copy pasted the lines, so it's important that we write the right variable here. The next thing is we're gonna use with ws dash to set some things, and set dash row equal dash row plus 2, and then we're gonna do a dot cells dash row comma 1 dot value equal monthly sales summary dot cells dash row comma 1 dot font dot bold equal true, dash row equal dash row plus 1 dot cells dash row comma 1 dot value equal month dot cells dash row comma 2 dot value equal total revenue. Let's put a euro sign here. Dot cells dash row column 3 dot value total units sold. Then we're gonna do a dot range dot cells dash row comma 1 comma dot cells dash row comma 3 dot font dot bold equal true. And we need a end of parentheses here. Dash row equal dash row plus 1 for each key in monthdict dot keys dot cells dash row comma 1 dot value equal key the second column here we have the monthdict key 0, and in the third column here we have the monthdict number 1, and then dash row equal dash row plus 1 next key, and let's do a dot columns A to C dot auto fit, so the code expand the cells to fit what value is in it. And then we're gonna end with up here. So under this umbrella WS dashboard we have all these things, if you know what I mean. We do all this within the dataset with the with WS dash. We're almost done here, and then we are gonna write application dot screen updating equal true. Yeah, we can also add a message box here if we like. Message box data cleaned and full dashboard created. Comma VPN information. That's it. And now let's run it and test it. I would actually have a starting sheet here, so we can make a button. We can just call this start, and then insert a shape to trigger this code. We can just write create dashboard, center it, maybe make it bigger. Yeah, we can play around with the colors, it's not that important at the end of the day. And then attach macro, clear data, and general dashboard. And now let's test it. Data cleaned and full dashboard created. So that's what we created here in this tutorial. It doesn't look of much, but if you watch part 1 and part 2, then you will see that we have automated the data import directly into this master sheet. So this VBA mastery series is about step-by-step creating the next step in the workflow, so you understand how you can automate your task, like every step. And then in the next video, we'll have a look at how to create charts and make this dashboard look better with charts. And if you like this video, give me a subscribe and like. I really try to build these demos and tutorials so you can learn the most. So let me know in the comment section if you like this video, and then watch the next part where we're gonna take a look at setting up charts on the dashboard. And finally, we're gonna send the whole report to a manager or to a person. So you will also learn in video 5 how to email the report to a manager or to a boss. Check the next video out popping up here on the screen where we're gonna set up charts. And thanks for watching.